Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to show you how to make a garland made out of carnations for a traditional wedding. For this garland we're going to be using approximately 115 to 120 carnations. We're also going to be using some microfilament fishing line as well as some braided fiber fishing line. You can use either or, but we prefer the braided fiber fishing line because it is flexible and easy to work with for this purpose. The initial step is to take a carnation and you're going to be cutting it as you see at the base of the carnation. You want to ensure there are no remaining stems, but be cautious not to cut too deeply into the head of the carnation, opening it up. So just cut it right at the base. You want to ensure there's no stem because you're going to be packing these carnations one against the other pretty tightly. And if there is some residual stem, it is going to interfere and potentially damage the flower. So do ensure you cut it really closely while preserving the head of the carnation. We're also going to be using a button here. This is just a simple sewing button. And this is going to act as a stopper. This is going to ensure that it stops the heads of your flowers as you are threading them through. We're going to begin by working on the shortest part of the garland. This is the hanging portion as part of the traditional wedding garland. We're going to use a button as a stopper, as previously mentioned, on one end. On the other end, we're going to secure a needle. Ensure that the needle that you're working with has a big eye or loop so that you can thread through the fishing line. The measurement of this fishing line is going to be approximately 1 yard. So as you see here, I am assembling the needle on one end and the button on the opposing end. As you see, I'm just securing the ends together. When you close the line, make sure that you cut the excessive threads, and you're going to begin threading the carnations. As you see here, I'm going to just thread it through the center. If your carnations are very tightly closed, for example, you can spread them open with your fingers just to ensure that you're getting that fullness. You can work with whatever colors of carnations that you would like and assort it in a way that is most appealing to you. As you see, as I go along, I press the carnations firmly towards one another. This is just to ensure that I add as many carnations into the threading as possible and so that it is nicely and tightly packed. Of course, don't overpack the carnations as you can cause some damage. This is what it should look like as you progress through the threading process. Then I'm going to cut the needle and this piece is going to be set aside. For the next part, we're going to work on the other two pieces. As you see here, this is going to be a longer piece. This is going to be approximately 2 yards depending on the length that you're looking to achieve. Instead of using a button stopper, we're just going to secure a knot at the end, but also ensure that we have some threading that remains at the end because you're going to be using this threading to put all of the pieces together. So as you see here, I'm just simply securing a knot at the end, but ensuring that there is some threading to work with. And then you're going to repeat the process of threading. Since this is going to be a longer piece, you are of course going to be using more carnations. And instead of stopping at the stopper, you're just going to thread it through until you come to a stop visually. Of course, because there is no stopper, just keep a mind out for that. And as you're progressing forward, be a little bit more gentle, a little bit more careful so that you do not force the needle through entirely. Then go ahead and just carry on putting the carnations through. If there are any adjustments or imperfections that need to be removed, simply take your scissors and remove them as you see fit. And once again, if you do want the carnations to be fuller, you can spread them apart with your fingers. Use your fingers to gently spread the carnation apart so that you can make way for the base of the forward carnation, the carnation that comes before. And carry on assembling your garland. As you see, this is the first completed segment. Before you cut the needle off, ensure that you nicely tighten the flowers together. If there are any carnations that are not properly inserted one into the other, ensure that you open that carnation up and ensure that the base is being firmly inserted into the head of the carnations, just so that it is very tightly packed and not loose. So once again, before you cut it off, just follow those steps, and then you can move on to preparing the second segment. When you have completed the third segment, you're going to put all of this together. You're going to once again remove the needle from your third segment, and you're going to secure all of the pieces together. This is why we left some remaining thread at the end of the segments. So as you see here, I'm just going ahead and tying them together very firmly just to ensure that they are secure and that they will last during the ceremony without coming undone. Once we have secured all of these pieces together, we are going to take some ribbon to decorate it as well as conceal our work. So as you see here, just trim off any loose ends, but ensure that you also have a little bit to secure. As you see here, you will wrap it around and you will go ahead and fasten it very tightly. Since you can see a little bit of the carnation bases, you are going to take some ribbon and ensure that you cover that up. If your segments are, one is shorter or one is longer, when you do fasten it at the top, that will no longer be visible. So as you see here, I'm just taking some golden ribbon and I'm going to wrap it around just so that I can disguise some of the apparent green and some of the tying that I have done so that no threads are visible, but also add a little bit of a decorative touch. For men, traditionally, the garland is a little bit longer, and for women, it is usually shorter. Of course, this is going to depend on how many carnations you're using, as well as the size of the carnation heads that you are working with. So just adjust accordingly. To finish off, you're going to fasten the top. As I have already mentioned, if, for example, you have one piece that is a little bit shorter and one that is longer, once you fasten it, it will not be visible. So go ahead and once again, tightly fasten it. And that is how you put all of the segments together. Ensure that you're fastening it very well, just so nothing comes undone during the ceremony. This is the final product. Thank you so much for watching, and please leave any questions or comments below.